rare for Armstrong Street Scene. Today,
Hey, wait a minute. Is this another mistake that you're making? Take two.
Wait a second.
Rich Morgan for
Hi,
the Street
Rich.
Scene, Armstrong.
How's it going?
It's growing great.
Good. You're supposed to be retired. I thought you'd be like.
I'm
down in
unemployed,
Florida
so I was
or-
hoping you'd hire me for a short time
my
here.
goodness.
Florida? Are you
Yeah,
kidding? It feels like Florida
it
here.
It does. And with a
My
beautiful
gosh,
day here.
finally.
In Woodland
See,
Park.
now you should have invited me like when you were doing those shows in Lowellville. They kept getting canceled.
Oh, two of them.
I come. The thing is called Thunder in the Park. We haven't heard any thunder.
No thunder today.
Well, we have with the cars, but no Mother Nature thunder.
Yeah, that's it, boy. That's it.
But thank you for
That's
inviting
good.
me. I appreciate that.
Well, since you're here, why don't you stick around and do the show with us?
Oh, okay. I can do
What
that.
do you think,
I'm
Greg? Is that-
familiar with this area because my son used to run cross country, and Woodworth Park was what they have something called Billy Goat Hill that you don't want to even walk up, yet run up.
Uh-huh.
So that's my memory of this
That's
place.
your son, not you, though.
Oh no,
But-
that's him. He had longer legs.
But you still do a lot of running, though.
Yeah, I ran this morning.
Yeah.
You got my 3 miles in. I'm trying to stay in shape, stay healthy.
I'd have a hard
That's when retirement is good if you're healthy.
Healthy and happy. That's what
Yes,
it's all
I
about.
am.
You can have all the money in the world, I tell people, but if you're not healthy and happy, forget it.
Speaking of that, are you paying me to do this then? Since I just stopped
I told
by?
you I'd give you that little sports car, you know.
He said a Jag. I don't want a Jag.
We'll give you a little class. It's better than an MG.
No, I want one of those older supercharged MGs.
Oh.
MGTC.
Oh, you didn't say
Something
that.
like that.
Well, we'll work on that, Rich.
All right. Well, you're stuck in your Ford world.
So here we
This is the, by the way, this is the 25th anniversary of this, right?
Anniversary of Thunder in the Park here at Woodland Park.
And this isn't just any show because it's for the FOP.
The FOP 194, yep. That's for our best friends, the cops, today, okay?
Real good friends
Yeah.
because we want to. What's the speed limit again?
Oh, well, I was doing 26 and they got me, it was 25 and they threw me in the old.
I know better than to follow you then.
Hey, you know what, Rich? There's so many nice cars here today. What do you think? We go inside and check it out, huh?
All right, let's go.
With me, I have Bert Eslak from Newton Falls in his 49 Ford convertible custom.
You got it.
Pretty nice.
Thank
This
you.
was my pick today.
That's
right
Rick's-
here.
Rich's
But I
pick.
found out something a little shaky here. What age did you buy this car? You were?
I was 15.
Wait a minute. You were 15? You're not
Yeah.
allowed to drive at 15.
Oh yeah. Back then you was,
Oh, back then is back when?
huh? 1953.
And where? Newton Falls?
Ohio.
Okay, so he's legal somewhat.
So what was this thing like when you bought it, Bert?
It's a rust-free car, but it was all tore apart, and of course everything was there. So all they do is put it back together. It was in Michigan in a barn. So guy agreed he had it when he was 18 years old, but didn't do nothing to it. So that was a good thing. You don't want to clean up somebody else's mess.
Right.
But when you saw it, it was somebody's mess.
Oh yeah.
It was in pieces?
Yep. Oh yeah. No fenders, no doors. Everything was took off.
How about the colors? Is this original color?
Original Fez red. Yep. Yeah, it's original color. Part of the firewall is still the original paint.
So you got 3 on the tree, and what do you got under the hood there?
I got a dual carb, 100 horse engine, original engine.
How many cubic inch?
I don't know exactly what the cubic inch. Then they didn't measure them.
Right.
They just 239 horsepower.
239. That 239 horse?
Yeah.
That's quite a bit.
Oh yeah, for back then. Yeah.
Who did the work on this?
I did.
Everything?
Everything but the paint. Yep.
Well, wait a minute. You got a model over there, but
Yeah.
did you do the work on that too?
No, I bought that like that.
Oh, okay.
I bought that like that. Yeah. Yeah. I did the upholstery, everything.
This is nice, Bert. Why a 49? Is something special to you?
It was hard to find a good shoebox convertible, and I found this one rust-free, so that's why I bought it.
You have trouble finding parts for it?
No.
Everything's there.
Yeah.
Now, I question his legality about owning a car and driving one at age 15, but there's something else that's sort of fishy here. It's the wheel covers. This is a Ford. What's with those wheel covers? That's Cadillac, isn't it?
I borrowed them.
Borrowed them?
I borrowed them. And they said go ahead and keep them. Huh?
So back in the day, did you do a lot of borrowing?
Oh, yeah.
Enough that you have 5 of these.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they did back then. They put the Cadillac hubcaps on them, right? All the street rods.
Lowered them in the back end, fender skirts, all the good stuff, you know.
How often do you drive this?
Almost once a month, anyhow. I go to quite a few car shows, you know. But I got 6 other cars.
What do you got?
I got another 49 Ford sedan I've had for 30 years.
Okay.
Wow.
I got a 56 Chevy. And by the way, I won second place at the Packard show with that yesterday.
Yesterday? I was the blue one, blue and white one.
No, one right next there in the green and white one with a Continental blue on.
Oh, okay. I was
I got a 56 Thunderbird, and I got a 48 Plymouth convertible, and 2 Model A's, 1 coupe, 1 pickup truck.
Now, with all those cars, you've got a beautiful wife. Is one of those hers?
Well, I did give her the Thunderbird, but she had to twist my arm.
Do you drive the Thunderbird? Okay, she does. All right.
Yeah. We've only been married a year.
Wow.
Yeah, we're newlyweds.
So you put up with him for a year. Does it look like it's going beyond that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I known him 20 years ago. It's good. It's all
Okay.
good.
All right.
Yeah. We enjoy life together. Yeah.
That's it.
I think you would in a convertible, sure.
Yeah.
Makes it a lot more fun when you got a convertible.
Oh, yeah.
Visiting us from South Carolina, we got Phil Mazzuto.
Right. You mean you're allowed to interview him since he's just visiting?
Oh, with a car like this, Rich, how could you not interview him, huh?
Great.
We've got 37 Ford Roadster here. Huh?
Right,
Very
right,
nice.
right.
Very nice.
Is that the original color? No.
Yes, no. It might be. I don't know.
I got it.
Yeah, right.
Well, the whole story behind this is you had a car that you really liked, but it wasn't the right year, right?
Right.
So what was the original car you had?
I had a 33 Ford Roadster convertible, and then I like a 37 because it had windows, and in the wintertime I could roll them up. So this one has windows, power steering, power brakes, power windows. It's got a 5.8 Ford fuel injection engine in it. Mustang 2 front end under it. So it's a cruiser.
It's a very comfortable car.
Oh,
then.
yeah,
You
it's
can
really
take it from
nice.
here to California.
Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem.
Well, now wait a minute. He didn't drive it here from West Virginia, okay?
Well, the only reason I didn't drive it was because there's only one gas station on the West Virginia Turnpike. And I really don't know how far I can go with a tank of gas. I haven't tried it yet, so I got to figure it out. But it's a very comfortable car. It drives beautiful.
So we're talking a 37 Ford Roadster, and this is called what? The Cabaret.
Cabaret, right.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
2-seater.
2-seater. It
Okay.
could have been a 4-seater, but they only made a 2-seater.
So if it was a hardtop 2-seater, it would be, what do they call those?
Yeah, just a coupe.
Just a coupe. A
Yeah.
business coupe or a doctor's
Business coupe or whatever, right.
Uh-huh. Those are nice. Those are very nice. This is nice. I like this.
Yeah, they put a roll bar in this one. So when the top's down, you got a roll bar behind the seat.
Okay.
So that's why there's no back seat in it.
Okay.
But
Well,
they
where are the handles to get in?
it's all controlled by a button. Remote control. Everything. The hood is, you gotta pop the hood. The gas tank's inside the trunk. You got a hidden place, so you gotta pop the hood. The gear shift is underneath. The keys are underneath. Everything's hidden on it.
Even the license plate.
Even the license plate. When you turn the key on, the license plate comes down.
Now, you didn't buy this right from the owner. Do you advise people to buy it from concerns that have these cars on sale?
Yeah, I mean, if the owner's got it for sale, I'd buy it off the owner because you can always strike a better deal with them, and they can tell you more about the car. This, I didn't know half the stuff was hidden. I had to find it myself.
It was really hidden.
Oh, yeah, it was really hidden. I reached under there one day, and there was a toggle switch, and I thought, what's this for? So I turned it on, and the courtesy lights came on. So I thought, that's great, I'll leave it on. Well, I put it in my trailer, and I thought I shut the door, and I didn't. So 5 days later, I go to get it, put the key in it, it's dead as a door now. I'm thinking, okay, now, where am I going to find the battery at?
Oh, so where's the battery?
Yeah, where's the battery? I looked up, it's behind the passenger seat way up underneath. There's a hole with the battery in it. So I found a battery to charge it, and of course, and I got it. So naturally, I turned that switch off. I'm not to have it on anymore. I don't need courtesy lights. You know.
So what kind of interior you got now, you know?
All I know, it's a all leather interior.
What kind of seats are in there or anything?
No, I think everybody says they think they're Ford seats out of a Ford. So that's all I can
Ford,
tell.
yeah. Everything's
Ford.
power in it, right?
Everything, power seats, power windows,
Air conditioning?
air conditioning, heater.
That's why it's so nice. You
Yeah,
can drive it.
I mean, you can drive it. Like I say, you get in it. You want to go to California? I'd have no trouble driving that car to
It's not
California.
a big engine, just a nice, comfortable
It's a nice
engine.
cruising car.
Yeah.
Yep, it cruises right down the highway.
Yeah.
Keeps up with the new ones.
With me, I have my new best friend. Okay, he's a McDonald policeman.
Oh,
he's a treasure.
okay, I
He's a
see.
treasure. Come on, Rich. Last time,
okay.
one show we did here, I got picked up, I got thrown in the police car, and they towed me away. You know that.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh yeah, I think I was
Oh,
going
so you wanted me to get caught this year?
That's
Okay,
it.
thanks
Your
a lot.
Your turn. This is Dave Smith, and he's from FOP, what, 194?
194.
And you're the treasurer.
Correct.
How long you guys been doing this now?
25 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But you're a new recruit to this, right?
Yeah, this is my second year involved.
Okay. Did you know what you were getting into?
This year's been a lot more than than what I initially bought into. So.
Do you have a car?
No, I don't have. Well, nothing like this.
Okay,
No,
all right.
nothing show worthy.
So where's all the money go, Dave?
Our money goes mainly towards our events, like for our shop at the cop that we put on.
That's for the little kids.
Yeah, for our little kids. Yeah, we take a lot of disadvantaged youth, and we put on a real nice show for them
That's
and
around
help out.
Christmas time
Yep.
or something?
Yeah, around Christmas time.
Is that the one you give them so much money they go in
Yep.
Walmart or wherever you take them?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Past couple years, we've been taking them to Target. We put on a real nice thing for them. We also help out with other events in the community. We put on scholarships for some of the graduates. Other causes like for people in need in the community, we help out with. So, but our main thing is to shop with a cop.
Great. How many kids usually help with that?
Usually, we've been doing, I'm trying to think how many families. I think usually by the time you work out with kids-wise, usually about 15 to 18.
Oh, good. And you give them a certain amount of money?
We give them a certain amount of money, and then we go ahead, we take them out, and it's nice being able to give back to the community.
Sure it is. Yep. There's a lot of underprivileged kids out there, and it's really nice.
Well, this is a good event for the community to meet the police force.
Yeah, I mean that's it. Isn't McDonald's a great community. We're a small, close, tight-knit community, but everybody in the community always pulls together and pitches in and helps out. So I mean we're really fortunate to be able to do this here, and and even and that's it. And everybody from the outside comes in, and every year we put on a nice show.
Do you play golf, by the way?
No.
Because I understand you're going to have a golfing event coming up.
We're going to be having a golfing event that's going to be the first Sunday in August.
Is that an annual thing?
So this is going to be our first year, hoping to be an annual thing. Yeah.
And I just had to have it.
But
Yeah.
did the lights work at that time?
No, they didn't. No.
It spins, compresses, ignites, and exhausts right through the exhaust port, and just keeps doing that at the same time as intake and compression happening all at the same time.
So I was attracted to this right away. Beautiful car.
Up next, we have some great information from the Ohio State Patrol on tech tips. Okay, this segment, let's talk about some engines here. In Ohio, is there an emissions testing?
There is. Locally, the only counties that do that locally here are Portage and Summit, and I believe there's a total of 7 counties in Ohio that do emission testing on vehicles.
Okay, so if you go there, they could pull you over and tell you not to drive in their city.
I'm not sure on that.
Okay.
I think it might be for people that live in those counties that have to I don't see how they could. Again, I'm not well versed on that law, but I would say that it would be the people that have those vehicles registered in those counties, those 7 counties.
Are there any kind of like horsepower regulations in Ohio? So someone could have like 2,500 horsepower in their car and be driving around town?
Perfectly legal. You just have to maintain control of the car and operate it in a safe fashion.
Right, okay. How about headers? Headers legal?
You can have headers on a car, but that header has to be connected to a functioning exhaust system with a muffler.
Okay,
muffler.
so they are legal. Okay, another
Open
one.
headers, that's different. You know,
Open
you know,
header,
some
okay.
guys, that might be, drag racing a vehicle. You just can't have open headers out of the engine without a baffle or muffler or anything like that.
Right. Now, another thing, I see some guys, it doesn't happen often, with flamethrowers. You ever see the flamethrowers
I
coming out
have.
Are those legal? Or?
Those are extremely illegal. It does.
But it's illegal to have, though, but you just can't use them.
That I don't know.
Uh-huh.
If you can have it, but definitely using it, the law does state that you can't have anything that's emitting a flame
Okay.
from the exhaust system.
Okay. Okay, let's go into another subject, lighting. Okay, headlights. Is it required you have headlights to be street legal?
Yes.
Like even on the old cars?
Yes,
Okay.
and unless that vehicle was manufactured without headlights,
Okay.
then they would be exempt. But I can't think of too many cars out there that don't. You go back
Right,
in the
like
30s
like
and
a
that.
custom street rod or something like that. The rat
Yeah, it would
rods.
have to. You
They
have to
have them.
have headlights. Yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm thinking back to the 30s and that. As far as I know, most cars were produced with some sort of light up front.
Yeah, a lot of custom cars nowadays. Some guys. You know.
Yeah. So if you're going to customize a car, then yeah, you have to have headlights.
How about the brightness? Is there a requirement for brightness? Some of them too bright or not
Our
bright
revised
enough?
code states that you can't. I don't know if there's a candle power brightness on it. I'd have to look that up. But you can't use an amount of light that you're going to blind somebody. That basically your high beams. You
Right.
have to reduce your light to where you're not blinding oncoming traffic.
Are turn signals required? You required to have turn signals?
Yes, and again, that's kind of similar to the headlight
Okay.
rule. If that vehicle was produced without turn signals, then they're exempt. But
How about your street rods and your custom ones
yeah,
and your rat rods? And
they're required to
do
have.
you have to have them?
Yep.
Okay, you have to have them. How about four-way flashers? What's the requirement on those?
As far as I know, it doesn't say anything in the
Right.
revised code that you have to have those. I think that is a safety thing from the manufacturer in case you are disabled or
Okay.
broke down. You can use those as a warning device just for your safety. But as far as I know, the Ohio Revised Code does not specifically state that you have to have hazard lights on a vehicle.
Okay, all right. How about fog lights? Do they have to be a certain color?
White, or possibly sometimes you'll see them amber or
Right.
yellow, and that's it.
With me I have Frank DeSimone Jr., Frank DeSimone Sr. How's it going, guys?
Good, good. Pretty good.
Good. And what a nice day for a show, huh?
Yeah.
Now they both have cars here,
Yeah.
but Rick has chosen the Cougar because
Of
that's
course.
the car he likes. I grew up, my mom had a Mustang, but we're not going to talk about yours.
What are you gonna do?
It's the Cougar, especially the Eliminator. Eliminator was the top of the line of the Cougars, right?
Right.
Okay.
They only produced 2,267 of them.
2,267. Okay. Are you in the Cougar Club?
No, I'm not.
That's where you find all your parts at in the Cougar Club.
eBay.
Well, eBay too, yeah. A couple Cougar clubs on there too. You know?
Yeah.
And what makes this one special?
We'll be doing that
Well,
a
the
little bit later
Eliminator
towards the
option,
end of the show.
like I said, 2,267 made, 429 engine.
Hopefully the show aired
Pretty much
about
all
a month,
original,
'cause he was in
32,000
Louisville
original
not too
miles.
long ago, and he
Okay,
said, well,
so we're
in
talking
Buffalo,
Eliminator's the top of the
check that
line.
out, okay?
I had the Cougar convertible, first year for the convertible, okay, 69. And then that was the base, and then there was what, the XR7, right?
Right.
What was different with the XR7?
Official state song.
Just,
almost made it. It was in the Senate, but it got voted down.
didn't have the
upholstery
blackout
options.
This was almost the
It didn't have the blackout grills.
It didn't have the blackout grill.
Okay.
Not as high performance.
Okay. So this is the top of the line for the Cougar then. Okay.
Yeah, that's top of the line.
Okay. And the 429. Do they all come with 429s?
No, they came with pretty much anything Ford made.
Okay. So that the Eliminator package was just a package. It wasn't an engine package.
No, it was just a performance package.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
Oh, well, everybody has a story about why they like these cars. It wasn't like you were looking for this car in particular, what?
I just happened to run across it. It was sitting in a garage since the 80s. And
You just like the way it looks?
I just had to have it.
But
Yeah.
did the lights work at that time?
No, they didn't.
Well,
Why is that?
They never did.
Well, I had to put the engine and transmission back in the car. But pretty much the whole car was there. And it looked pretty much the same way. I didn't paint it or anything.
How'd they get that engine in that car?
It took us a couple of years.
I mean, it just feels like there's no room in there, and you can't even change the spark plugs. How do you change the spark plugs in that?
I got about 8 different wrenches, all different sizes and shapes.
No sockets.
No sockets
No.
that'll do it, huh?
Well, he's a little shorter. He could probably get in there a little bit.
With a smaller
I
hand.
spent a lot of time in there.
How you were telling me a story? How did Ford do it back then when they changed it?
They used to drill holes in the shock towers and go from underneath the car.
It goes straight at them.
Straight through, yeah.
That was only on the 429s.
Yeah.
How fast is this thing?
It's pretty fast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does he let you drive it?
Once in a while. Not very often.
Dad got a heavy foot?
Yeah, once in a while. Yeah.
Is he the reason you have cars like this?
Yeah. I mean, we've always had Mustangs. I got a 65 Mustang. He got a 67 Mustang.
But this
It's
is
just-
classier than a Mustang, the Cougar. It's
Yeah.
classier.
Yeah,
They're
it's-
nice. That's what it was.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
a lot-
supposed to be the next step up,
Yeah.
yeah.
Very hard to find in this
Yeah.
area.
You don't see many
in
of
Ohio.
them.
No.
Don't see many. That wing on the back, and there's a little bar back there. Tell me about that.
Well, when they put the spoilers on it, it was too heavy for the factory spring to hold it up, so they had to put a pretty much just a bar just to hold it up.
So that's stock.
That's stock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's factory.
You would think you put that on there, something like that, but that's
No,
stock
that's,
like that.
that's factory.
Here we are, Woodland Park. We got Kevin Emmerich from Y-Town, huh? In his 1970 Dodge Challenger.
Now, what I like about this car is I had a Dodge Charger. It was a 70. It was orange and black. Do you think I see that car anymore at any auto show? No!
No way.
So I was attracted to this right away. Beautiful looking car.
It's beauty, and
But it's special.
it's very special. Tell us about it, Kevin.
Well, it's the Trans Am series. They had to build so many to be able to race in the Trans Am series.
And how many was that number?
I think it was around 2,400. And it's the same as the AAR Cudas with the Plymouth, but this is one of, I don't know, 1,000 or 900 four-speed cars. The rest were
With the pistol
automatic.
grip shifter on it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Those are
Oh,
really
you didn't
Yeah.
add that. That was what?
That's stock, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's all factory.
So the Trans Am series, are they all like this, or different colors also? Like
Different colors, but
but
same setup, yeah.
Same set. They're all 346 packs.
Right.
So when we're talking 6-pack, what are we talking?
3 2-barrel carburetors.
Okay.
And it runs on the center one most of the time for normal driving, and then once you get into it, the 2 outboard carburetors will open up.
Now, you're not really a Mopar guy, right?
No, not really. I've always had Fords.
Okay, so what attracted you to this car besides it being orange and black? Well,
Wow.
was it orange and black when you saw it?
Yeah,
First time?
that's factory,
Okay.
the color. But it's, I don't know, I just probably never have another chance to buy another one, so
That's because it almost was sold out from under you, huh?
yeah, kind of. Yeah.
But your dad and a friend were working on it?
Yeah, his buddy finished it and then wanted to sell it, and I just happened to be there and told him I'd buy it.
Oh man, good thing you saved it.
How far did you get into the restoration? Was it a body off restoration?
Yeah, it was completely
okay. Right,
body off.
Every nut and bolt and everything. Then.
Yeah, the underneath's painted the same as the top and everything.
How many miles have you put on it?
I would say maybe 5,000 to 10,000.
How long have you had it now?
About 10 years, I think.
Okay. So it's just your toy. You put 500, 600 a year. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
So when you're not driving this, just in regular traffic, what are you driving? You have that Ford somewhere?
I have a GT500, but
okay.
it hasn't been out of the garage in 2 years.
Well, what do you ride with your girlfriend? What? I mean,
no, I just have a pickup truck.
Okay.
No, I have an 11 Shelby with 1,900 miles on it.
Okay.
You got a nice big barn or something?
We got more room. I sold my drag car, so we got some room now.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Those side pipes that went out there, are they open?
They go into mufflers and it comes back around into the front of the tire.
Oh, okay. That's stock.
That's
all
stock, yeah.
This is such a slick car. You know, I didn't like these that much when I was younger. I grew up with these, so I seen, the Challenger all the time, and I was like, okay, it's one of those cars. Now especially the Challenger, I really like the Challenger. They're just starting to really pop, and this is a six-figure car, huh? Money-wise.
It could be,
Pretty
yeah.
close.
Yeah.
Numbers matching, everything matching?
Yeah, everything's numbers matching.
Wow.
Yeah, when you see them in the car auctions, they're going for big money. There's no doubt about it.
You ever think about taking it to the ACA and getting a junior and a senior merit for it?
No.
That's when the money goes up on those.
I know. I just never really cared to sell it, so it really didn't matter.
But it's always nice that one day, this is a junior winner, or this is a senior winner, or this is a double senior winner,
Right.
Which makes it really nice.
What's better is he really loves the car.
He does. I love it too.
You're watching Street Scene.
Coming in from Holland, Ohio, we got Dr. Craig Keel with his 54 Chevy 3100.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, beautiful truck.
He's a chiropractor.
Yes.
And you see the name of that? 54 Shades of Grey. It's a takeoff on a book and a movie. But the 54 is the year. The Shades of Grey. Well,
a couple more years will be my age, so I'll be caught up.
What a beauty you got here.
Thank you very much. Very much.
How long have you owned her now?
A couple years now. Yeah, a lot of work and got a little bit more projects for it. We're going to put a 4-link underneath the back just to kind of help soften the ride a little bit. But it's nice to have a driver that you can get out and show off and enjoy. And
now, being true to being a chiropractor, you like to work with your hands, and that's essentially what you did on this.
Sure. Yes, sir. Yep.
What parts did you work
on? The suspension, brakes, some within the engine. I've had good friends helping in with that. I got a good friend of mine who's a mechanic that stepped up and really helped out with a lot of the specifics of getting it fine-tuned and so forth. But just maintaining and driving it anymore.
Was this originally gray?
No, it was actually red outside and red interior also.
So why
It's a
did you
big
choose the
difference.
gray then? Just for the
Just a beautiful color. That's a beautiful color. I mean, the gray is kind of the way things are going, and it matches well with all the chrome and
just not
everything
gray,
else,
gray.
and
It's like a
you know.
metallic gray.
So right, yeah. It's a true Chevy color. So it's a Chevy truck, Chevy color, Chevy drivetrain. You know, for the truest out there. But
So what do you got on the hood?
it is a 350 out of a '69 Camaro Super Sport.
Okay.
So.
It's got enough pump.
Yeah.
Enough-
That's not a
enough to
racer,
go.
but yeah,
'Cause
it'll
these aren't
put
very heavy.
a smile on your face. You know?
What's this thing weigh? About 2,000 pounds?
I would guess probably 3,500 ish,
That much?
something like. I'm not. Don't quote me on that, but.
Remote doors? How you like that?
The powers above.
Yes.
That's a good-looking interior. Did you do the interior at all?
No, I did not. No, that was actually done. It was done. It was red before we did the vinyl dye, blue vinyl dye.
Which is easy to do.
You know, so just.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything, all
Yeah,
the
just
materials died anyway. So
clean it and
You
spray
just,
it,
You just
you
spray,
know?
that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Did you have something before this that you were working on?
Oh yeah.
Like what?
How much time we got?
Oh, you got a bunch
So-
of
How many did you?
No. Just over the years, I've enjoyed muscle cars and so on and so forth. I have another old pickup truck, a Ford F100, and it's a nice, clean outlet.
You keep on telling me muscle cars, but you keep on talking about pickups.
Well, they're kind of blending together.
Yeah,
I
I see,
think.
yeah.
You know,
Any
it's
more
the new
than
muscle
are,
car.
yeah.
You know,
They sure
they're kind of the resto mod combination of things and so forth. So.
Tell me about the bed here.
Okay.
The floor. That's pretty nice. What is
Yeah,
it?
it's a standard hardwood floor you'd put in a house. It's got a gray tint to it to kind of fit the 54 shades of gray, and it come out pretty nice. So.
Real nice. With me, I have Nicholas Sewage from McDonald, Ohio.
Yes.
How's it going?
It's going really good.
And Nick, you're sporting around an 04 Mazda RX8.
Yes, I am. It's my one and only.
So that means that car is 15 years old. How old are you?
I'm 16.
16. Rick, this has to be the youngest person you've interviewed at a car show. This is good news.
It is very good news, and it's a very nice car.
Thank you.
This is considered a tuner, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, and it's really unique. It's only a 2-cylinder.
Yes, it uses 2 different rotors, and that's it.
And how many horsepower are you pulling out of this thing?
Right now, about 200 of the wheels. I can get a little more naturally, but right now that's all I'm sticking with for reliability purposes.
Mm-hmm. So basically, that block we're looking at over here to our right, that's it.
That's it. Just 2 of those, some end plates, and a shaft.
Show us how that shaft works in there.
Yeah. All it does, you got end plates, intake air. It spins, compresses, ignites, and exhausts right through the exhaust port, and just keeps doing that at the same time as intake and compression happening all at the same time.
Is there anything else in here so it doesn't wear out the walls at all?
Right, it uses seals on each of these tips of the triangle, which get lubricated by 2-stroke oil, as well as it uses side seals and coolant seals all in the main. But the main thing is the apex seals right here. That's what they're known for, going bad. Mm-hmm. And that's why I use so much oil, which does not help the emissions at all.
Right.
No, I'm assuming since you know so much about it and have this display piece, that this is the reason that you wanted this car?
That's one of the reasons, yeah. I found the engine layout very unique. Like, I'm big in engineering. I just thought it, and I loved it, and it's something you don't see every day.
Does that mean this is going to lead to some kind of job in engineering?
Possibly.
Like what?
Design, manufacturing, something.
He's a senior in high school now.
I have all kinds of options in front of me, but
good.
Can't decide.
That's good. It's really nice to see young kids getting involved in cars, you know. And when you said, when I first looked at you, I didn't believe you were 16. And your dad said he's only 16. I go, huh?
And he's a senior.
He's a senior, yeah.
So he's
McDonald.
moving ahead pretty quickly here. Yeah. When you pull into the parking lot, how does your car compare to anybody else's?
It's something you don't see every day. It's around the bland sedans and trucks. Something stands out like a sore stuff, man. Mm-hmm. Especially in the sun, it pops. I know my vice principal actually had the same car as me when he's retired now, but it's one of the common things we shared.
I see when you bought this car, what, a year ago, right?
Yes.
It was pretty much stock. I saw the picture underneath the engine there, engine hood, and you did everything to it, right?
Yes.
What did you do to it?
I did a little bit of cleaning up and did the intake in the end of summer and beginning of fall. But once winter started, lowered, new tires, rims, exhaust, anything you can think of, clutch. It's almost half the car is brand new, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And you didn't have to go far to find this way.
No, all the way in Canfield, just about 15 minutes.
Saved gas on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is the gas mileage on this?
On a good day, maybe about the same as a big block.
Really?
Pretty not very good.
No, it's not. You'd think a 2-cylinder or 2-cylinder. Is that considered a 2-cylinder? What do you call it?
You can consider 2 cylinders, yeah.
Okay. Got 2 spark plugs. I don't see the cylinders, so I don't know what you call these. I'm not familiar with these at all. So
most people aren't. It's okay.
Yeah,
now, somebody your age, I'm assuming you want a 2-door, right?
Of course.
What the heck is this? I don't see any handle. I mean,
yeah, you just gotta open up and fit what you can in the back. Not much though, but it's practical, somewhat.
You got a 4-door. This is a 4-door.
Well, what I like your dad said it's practical because it's a lot less on the insurance.
Yeah, you see 4 doors, safe.
Your mom said that too?
Yes, 4 doors, small engine. That's all you can ask for.
Because this is a really nice car, man.
What I'm enthused about is how interested you are in the workings of this car and how you're interested in, the future of car shows, actually.
Yeah. I take it whenever I can to any shows just to get it out there and show. Like, see that people are younger out and getting in it. Because it's hard to find people this young anymore.
So what are you going to drive this winter?
That's still undecided.
Yeah, because look at how low this is to the ground. Yeah. You mean you can drive in Girard and McDonald without hitting the ground?
If I try real carefully.
Rear-wheel drive, probably, right?
Yes.
Okay. He loves my bloopers, Rich. He
I
loves
see. Okay. Take two for Rick, not me.
This time, anyway. Rick Guerrero here for Armstrong Street Scene. What a very, very special day we had.
Because I'm here?
Who are you, anyway? Who is this guy?
Rich Morgan.
Rich Morgan.
I want to thank you for inviting me along,
Rich,
because
what a pleasure.
here's the guy that made me really think more about cars. I used to go to car shows and just look, but you taught me that there is a story behind each one of these cars, and I learned that from your organization, the guys in Pennsylvania there, the Antique Automobile Club there in Shenango Valley. Yeah.
Rich, it's such a pleasure to have you here today. It's just, Rich and I worked together, I say 37 years. I was an engineer. Rich was always on the shot there. He was always on
I get
TV.
to work first,
Yeah.
and thankfully he'd come in and he'd tell me what the road conditions were.
Yes, and I'd see Rich was always the first person I would see in the mornings.
Grumpy as heck was I? Oh man, he cheered me up.
Oh yeah, he was grumpy. Sometimes I'd come in, oh my God, and I said, okay, Rich, we'll talk to you later. But you see him on the air, it's like nothing even happened, huh?
Well, if you had to work with him any length of time, you'd be grumpy too.
Yeah,
but,
I was grumpy.
right? Come on, Greg, tell me. Right? Yeah.
Oh, come on, I'm not that bad, am I? I'm getting better with age.
Yeah, I guess.
Like cheese or wine or something, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Great aroma.
It's nice. We're at the 25th anniversary annual Thunder in the Park over here at Woodland Park in McDonald, Ohio. What a beautiful day. Amongst all the trees, it's probably, we're close to 90 degrees today, I betcha?
Underneath the trees, maybe only 84.
Humidity, little humidity, there's a little breeze.
Sure.
And boy, it's just
and no rain, thankfully.
No rain, Rich, I tell you. That's the best part of it all. The best part.
And the thunder was only in the name.
That's it. But they do, I think they start the cars up, don't they, Greg? And that's where the thunder in the park comes in. After
I see.
They'll say, okay, start your engines. Everybody starts their engines. And
but see, they're too loud. Then we can't do the show. So that's why we have to wrap it up.
Rich, once again, thank you very much for your time.
You.
Thank you for coming to Armstrong Street Scene for the show. And it was a real pleasure. And you taught
I
me.
watch the show. It's fun to be out. Now I got to watch it again to see me.
You taught me a lot of this show, too. I just watch you and go, this guy's, you've been doing it for 40 years. I've been doing this, 10 years now? This is my 11th year. Yeah. Yeah, it does show. It does show. It does show. 40, 10 years, it does show. Rich, thank you once again. And
can't ask for a better guy. Greg's another car, but we'll get into Greg some other time.
For Armstrong Street Scene, he's Rich Morgan. I'm Rick Guerrero. We'll see you down the road.